Most men are absolutely terrified of hurting their woman. Yes, even your man who is constantly doing things that result in you having hurt feelings, he is actually extremely averse to hurting your feelings, which is why whenever you go to share with him something that he's done or not done that has hurt you, it rarely goes the way you'd like it to go, right? He has some kind of response that is not ideal, that doesn't allow you to feel heard or seen or understood in that matter. It probably results in him becoming defensive in some way or another. And the reason for this is because of this aversion. And the real reason of where this comes from is probably something very deep, very ancestral, even evolutionary, if you want to call it that. If you think of, and this is where I believe it comes from, as a man and as a man who's coached hundreds of men, I can tell you this isn't just surface level feeling guilty or even ashamed of hurting someone's feelings. It's even deeper than that, because when I say that he's terrified of hurting your feelings, I unfortunately I don't really mean because he loves you so much. What I'm actually talking about is a survival mechanism from him. So I think of it like this. If you imagine a human baby or infant of our ancient ancestors when we lived out there before we started living like this, right? If one's mother turned on him, if you displease mother, if she decides that she's no longer going to take care of you as a human infant in the wild, let's say, you are dead. Your survival is like zero. So mother's love, mother wanting to take care of you, wanting you is essential to your survival. And I believe that it is this very wiring, let's say, that carries on into our relationship where it's, shows up time and again. We make the other our parent on some unconscious level, right? So, why is it helpful for you to know this? Well, it is not so that you can dance around his insecurity when you're trying to share something that might tap into this. Don't do that. That is a huge mistake and never goes well, because the truth is, when you start dancing around things because of your own fear of triggering something in him, it actually makes you less trustable. It makes you less safe to be around, just like with him, right? If a man is people pleasing you or is like saying yes to something because he doesn't want to upset you, but it's not really a yes, how does that feel in your body? It's not good, right? And it's the same both ways. So the reason I share this with you is what can be extremely helpful is when you can extend compassion to this wiring that he has that is absolutely terrified of being the one who has made you feel hurt in some way, shape, or form. So now, when you go to share something with him, keeping it about yourself, being compassionate to the part of him that when he hears you say, "Oh, it really hurt when you did XYZ," just knowing that that is going to tap into some really, it's going to freak him out on some deep unconscious level. If only more men were more conscious of exactly how they felt, then they could share it, but they're not. So, what we're talking about here is having that compassion so that when you do share something, the very energy with which you share it from is different, and you will have a much better chance of having what you say land with him, where you can feel it, um, yeah, sink in, and then he might just finally hear you and understand you, because now when you're sharing whatever it was that hurt you, it's not coming from this place of here's what you did, which rarely goes well, as you may have experienced.